Okay, hello and welcome, guys. That's the end of the day, and what a day it was. The aspirants must answer it better than what we can. But with that, we have come to the end. GS paper one was done. We have thoroughly discussed it. Now we are going to talk about GS paper two, or better, you can say the paper two of CSAT, and we'll have the discussion. We have with ourselves our own Deepika ma'am, the founder and the mentor of ours, and also the Shikara Academy. We have Dinesh sir, our faculty for geography. We have Chaman sir, our faculty for science and tech. I myself, Pratyush Tiwari for history. And Deepika ma'am, what do you say with the looks of it? What does it looks like? That are the comprehensions lengthy, or the comprehensions can be tackled within the time?
Uh, at the face of it, I've not read any comprehension because we just got the paper. At the face of it, the comprehensions are about half a page, which I think is decent because there were years when we had 1 page, 1.5 page comprehensions with only one question. So I think the comprehension size is about one side, one row, one column of the page. So I think the comprehension size, but I don't know how it is because I've not yet read it. Comprehension size is like that.
Okay, and sir, Dinesh sir, your first reactions? Sir, you're muted.
Yes, sir, and the comprehensions were lengthy, and the words, specific words, sir, the English words were quite complex at this time. I don't know why they have chosen like that. Yes, you have to have, rather than to solve, you need to have a good English knowledge to understand few words. If not, the meaning will be altered, sir, completely. And few questions of reasoning, if you say, yes, sir, reasoning part quite lengthy, sir, this time. 3 to 4 questions I've seen, they were lengthy. So I don't know how students might have managed these two. We have to wait for their reaction too.
True, sir. Chaman sir, your first reactions?
Yeah, on seeing the question paper first, like on the first glance, I'm a bit relieved that it is not as disastrous as paper of 2023. So our cutoff will be 90 to 95, 98 that we have predicted. Yeah. And the comprehension, what they have asked, if they have asked on the past similar lines, they have asked about the critical message of what it is saying, it's conveying the central idea behind the passage and all that thing. And on the reasoning and the mathematics part, it is on the first in prima facie look, it is looking doable. And then when we solve and when it get into deep into the question paper, then we can say further things about this.
Well, guys, obviously, it is the first reaction of the CSAT paper that we are giving to you. So exactly what Chaman sir is saying, we can't be 100% accurate in giving you the detailed analysis. We will be giving our detailed analysis of GS paper one just within the 30 minutes coming up. And then we will go through the CSAT paper also. And by 9 or before 9, I think you will get the detailed analysis of CSAT paper also. But with that, we have always seen a few things with CSAT paper that comes, and that's mental fatigue. That is when you have to read or go through the comprehension, and then you just have one or two questions from one comprehension coming up, and comprehension after comprehension. That is something. And don't forget that you have been waiting there as an aspirant. You have to also think from that perspective that the aspirant has started very early in the morning. Then he has already gone through a torrid time giving GS paper one. Then he had to wait for 3 hours. So, Deepika ma'am, what do you think how that toll takes upon the aspirants?
One side, your mind will be thinking of of your performance of paper one. The other side, you have to solve paper two. So, controlling your thoughts is very important because that will impact your performance in paper two. But having said that, many students actually take mocks where they write one paper in the morning, one paper in the evening. Taking mocks will make them adaptable to this situation. If you don't take a mock and go to the exam for the first time, then it is a little difficult to control yourself because you're not adapted to it.
Very rightly said, ma'am. With mocks, I'd like to tell you all about the live batches that we are running, guys, for UPSC as well as for TSPSC and also for APPSC, both for Telangana and also for Andhra Pradesh and also for the Union Public Service Commission, guys. So that is something which you should remember. The link is in the descriptions. You can check that. And there is one thing more that first CSAT we will be discussing, handing it over to Dinesh, sir.
Yes, we will be starting our batches for APPSC and TSPSC Group 1. We will be explaining all the keys today itself. So please do
Chaman sir,
subscribe
if
to
we
our
can,
channel.
sorry to interrupt you in middle. Chaman sir, if you can take any of the maths question, if you can see any of the question. Yes, please, Dinesh sir, please continue.
Yes, please do attend for our free demo where we have experienced faculty dealing each and every subject. For example, in TSPSC, the Telangana movement, ma'am itself will take care of the movement. So everyone having a decade of experience in our Shikara Academy. So attend free live sessions either in offline or online. So it will definitely help you to get your admission, and don't worry about CSAT. It is quite easy when compared to last year, as Chaman sir said. So there is high probability the cutoff will be around 93 to 95 itself. I hope so, sir. I think you'll agree with that. So yes.
Well, CSAT, as we know, it's qualifying in nature. So you just have to qualify. That's one thing. Secondly, yes,
Yeah.
what Dinesh sir said, I'll just add to that. Guys, please understand one thing, that CSAT, as Saras said, it's easy. But when you don't practice something and you are just going for the exams and just 7 days before or 15 days before you think that you can tackle one paper, and adding to it what Deepika ma'am was rightly saying, that mocks are very important. And for that, you need to have thorough studies for CSAT as well. So don't neglect CSAT. We have seen in past years students, serious aspirants who have crossed over GS paper 1, but unfortunately they were not able to cross CSAT paper. It is not to be taken up lightly. If you really want to get to the dream from aspirant to the administrative officer, that is something you should keep in mind. And yes, Chaman sir.
Yeah, so like I landed on question number 66 that came first.
66.
Yeah, 66 question number.
Okay, can we show 66? Yes, it's on the
Yes.
screen, sir.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Yes.
Yeah, so in a certain code, they have written like 64 is written as 343. So
Right.
64 we know is 4 ka cube and 343 is 7 cube. So 4 plus 3 they have taken and they have written. Similarly, 216 is written as 729. So 216 is 6 ka cube and 729 is 9 cube. And then 512, we know 512 is 8 cube. And then we add 3 in 8, 8 plus 3, 11. So the 11 cube is the answer. So 11 questions is 1331. So the student whoever has done this has done it right.
Okay. Okay. So here you can see one of the questions. So but I can say, sir, this was not very hard, or you think though?
No, so like if an aspirant has thoroughly done the previous year questions of CSAT, I see no doubt that he or she might not be able to clear this year's CSAT.
That's something we're emphasizing upon. That's something what our mentor Deepika ma'am always keeps on saying: thorough studies, thorough studies. You can't go for 15 days or 1 month of skimming through the books and skimming through the notes and think about it for any exams. And yes, we'll be seeing some more questions, few more questions. Yes, passages, as we were discussing, the passages are not that very long. Passages are within the limits, but obviously it makes you mentally fatigued. Can we discuss any of the comprehensions or any other questions, Dinesh sir?
Yes, sir. For example, in the first immediate second passage, yes, we all might have been seen this particular passage in majority of the newspapers about renewable energy and the evidence for the energy, and and all. So, for example, in passage 2, the history of renewable energy suggests there is a steep learning curve. This particular passage, we have two questions, sir, here, and both of them talks about what best reflects this particular passage. So it depends what you think and what I think may also be different, and what our key and what UPSC key might also be different in this particular
That is
passage.
something very specific what you're saying, sir, obviously, for the comprehensions. But Chaman sir, can we go through some of the more questions? We have viewers. Yes, everybody, please welcome. This is the discussion for the paper 2, CSAT paper 2. And we have already done the first reactions on the GS paper 1. And this is for CSAT. And yes, all of you, please welcome. And we are just going through the papers. We are seeing the comprehensions to be not that lengthy what we are expected to see them. We are going through some of the questions. Yes, Chaman sir.
Yeah, so we can come to question number 60.
60.
No, sir, just give me some time. Like I have to go to 2 or 3 questions at a time.
Sure.
And when I'll be ready, I'll get back to you.
Sure. So guys, from the very first look of it, if you are a thorough aspirant who has done the papers, previous year questions, to go for the CSAT, the best way that we believe is to go through the previous year questions, because you have almost the materials of from 2011 till 2024, which was already available to you. So with that, you could have done that, and you get a good idea that,
Yeah, sir.
Yes.
So,
yes,
yeah,
sir.
we can come to question number 60. Yeah.
60. Please come there.
So it's a series-based question. You can put it in either reasoning or mathematics. Yeah. So we need to find the value of x. So what seems to be given is like some odd numbers are there, 1, 3, 6, 11, 18. We take their differences. So the differences comes out to be 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. So if we take 3, 5, 7, 11, one might think that it's an odd number series, but we have 2 in the front. So it is a series of prime numbers. The difference is a series of prime numbers. So after 11, we'll have the like between 11, 18, we have to add 11, because 11 is the next prime after 7. So if we add 18 plus 11 equals 29, and after 11 we have the prime number 13. So in 29 we add 13, we get 42.
Okay, we have our live viewers.
57 question number.
Yeah, Dinesh sir, I'll just please continue. We have our live viewers asking for cutoff marks. Then we also have someone asking for CSAT ka paper. CSAT ka paper will be uploaded on our Telegram also. So please, you can go there and join. And yes, the cutoff is being asked again and again. Kashyap, हिंदी में ये है कि CSAT का पेपर अभी तक जो हमें समझ में आया है उतना लेंदी नहीं है. ये फर्स्ट रिएक्शन है. वी आर जस्ट गोइंग थ्रू इट, और फिर बाकी जैसा होता है वी विल कम विद अ डिटेल्ड एनालिसिस. यस दिनेश सर, प्लीज गो अहेड.
Sir, 57 question, if you can open once.
57, yes please. 57. Yes sir.
Sir, France FRA and CE, I think if you can just code F6 or 5A4, and with the same manner, Germany also G9 and all. So in that case, Y will be 7, sir, and E will be 1. M will be 8. So in that case, 718 our answer should be in the same code, if you can see.
Okay, and with the look of it, sir, this question and the other questions that you have seen, what do you think, sir? The questions are moderate, or is it easy? Or
they are moderate, sir. They're not that difficult. They're moderate, sir. 57, 55 also, if you say, they're moderate, even in terms of relations and all. They're not that much difficult.
Thank you, Dinesh sir. Guys, whoever have joined us live, we are going through the questions live. We are solving it live for you. Where both our esteemed faculties, Chaman sir and Dinesh sir, are doing it live for you. Till they get on with few more questions, I'd like to ask our mentor Deepika ma'am to give her reactions on the CSAT paper. Ma'am, please.
According to me, the comprehensions are a bit simple. I just wanted to take one of the comprehensions live. But
Yes,
basically,
ma'am.
the comprehension, whatever information is given, a little knowledge about what they mean, the terms, and they are totally related to their syllabus actually. For example, there was a comprehension on poverty and social inequality. This one. Now, they've
मैम
asked only one.
स्टूडेंट एस्पिरेंट्स और स्टूडेंट्स ये भी पूछ रहे हैं मैम कि ये डिटेल्ड सॉल्यूशंस कब तक आ जाएंगे एंड दे आर आस्किंग यू टू गो अ बिट इन हिंदी आल्सो.
अच्छा, सॉल्यूशंस तो आज पहले हम लोग 5 बजे से पेपर 1 का की करने वाले हैं. लाइव करेंगे वो की, पूरा की रेडी है हमारे पास. वी आर गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन इट. पेपर 2 का बाय 9 o'clock आप लोगों को की मिल जाएगा. वो सेशन भी कंप्लीट हो जाएगा.
थैंक यू मैम, प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
So this particular, not this one, 1 minute. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Chaman sir and Dinesh sir, please see some of the more reasoning questions or math questions. If we can solve some of them live. Yes, after Deepika ma'am.
Yes, sir. 55 question.
Yeah, we'll go. If the solution, so social inequality is the most accurate, most acutely felt social problem in India. Insecurity more than poverty is the most acutely felt economic problem. Besides those below the official poverty line, even those just over the poverty line are subject to multiple economic insecurities of various kinds. Many government policies are actually intended towards mitigating these insecurities. Only 3 lines in the paragraph, and they are asking which one of the following statements best reflect the critical message conveyed by the passage. India's political executive should be aware that poverty and social inequality and the consequent sense of insecurity is the main social problem is not correct, because already in the last statement they have given that many government policies are actually intended towards mitigating these insecurities. इसका मतलब ये है कि government already कर रही है. So should be aware is not correct. In India, poverty is the main primary reason for social inequality, insecurity is not correct, because the second statement very clearly says, besides those below the official poverty line, even those just over the poverty line are subjected to multiple economic insecurities. The second statement is also incorrect. Poverty and social inequality are so intricately linked that they pose an unmanageable crisis for India is not written anywhere. So the right answer would be insecurity more than poverty is the main economic issue that government policies must address. So I would rather go with D as an option. This is how you approach the passage questions. A little understanding of what is given, you will be in a position to answer these questions.
Well,
Dinesh, you
aspirants,
wanted
that is how you see you solve a question of comprehension. That's what was fluidly explained by Deepika ma'am. Yes, Dinesh
Yeah,
sir,
we can
saying
we
about
can
the
come.
question.
Okay. Okay,
Yes,
Dinesh,
sir.
sir, go ahead.
Chaman sir,
50
after
question
Dinesh
I
sir.
was
Yes,
referring
Dinesh sir,
to.
the question number
55.
this is in
55.
relations, right?
Yes, ma'am. It was very easy relation,
It's
because
a very
generally last
easy
year,
question. I was solving it actually.
last year it was very difficult, but it was like only 2 levels. T and yes, sir, mother and father, and Q, P are just their children. So except statement 2, everything goes well.
Okay, can you just talk about it, sir? Can you just explain the question?
Yes, sir. They said that P is the brother of Q, but we know P is gender, but not Q's gender. And
Okay.
yes, S is R's mother. So yes, gender we know, but not R's gender. A child gender we don't know. So, and they said about T is P's father. So they are all in the same family. So obviously, when S is a mother, T should be the father. So T and S, we got it. And they have 3 children, Q, P, and R. So this is a very simple family, only 2 steps. But if you look at the options, yes and T are couple, yes, we know that. First option will go ahead. Q is T's son. We don't know T gender, we know, but Q might be a daughter, might be a son, we don't know. So 2 is not correct, not absolutely correct, because the options is definitely true. right? So that's not definitely true. T is Q's father. Yes, T and S are first generation. Q, P are second generation. Third one is correct. S is P's mother. So yes, yes, gender we know. So they're not talking about P, but they're talking about yes. Fourth one is also correct. R is T's daughter. So R is T's daughter. We may not be exactly know what is the gender of R. So that is wrong. And P is yes son. So this gender is it's already there. So it is only 4.
One thing I'll just like to add, thank you, Dinesh sir, for solving it live. Guys, whoever has joined us live, this is the CSAT analysis paper. We are solving live questions for you. We have our esteemed faculty, Chaman sir, Deepika ma'am, Venkat, Dinesh sir. They are solving the questions live. One thing I'll just like to say right now, sir has answered a blood relation question. If you see one thing over here, it's easy, what Dinesh sir will also say, but it has been made bit lengthy. Will you agree to that, sir?
Yes, sir. Lengthy because 6 options were there, 6 probabilities
Yes.
you have to check.
So obviously, it's because it's UPSC CSAT exam, you can't take it lightly. So you have to go through all. You'll double check it, and there you'll waste the time, and then that will create a mental fatigue for you. Nonetheless, Chaman sir, please go ahead.
So we can come to question number 33.
33, please. Yes, Chaman sir.
Yeah, so it's a series is given, and we have to find the value of x or something like a blank in between.
33.
33, yeah, ma'am.
Sorry, 36. Sorry, 36.
36.
36.
Okay.
Yeah, 36. Yeah. Upar. So
Yeah.
we need to find the value of x. So we are given a series over here, and it's 24, x, 12, 18, 36, 90. So what we can do is like, if we try multiplying the previous digit by value of half, 24 into 0.5 equals 12. Then we add 0.5, 12 into 1 is
That's
12
12.
only.
Yes.
Yeah. Then we'll multiply it by 1.5. Then we multiply it by 2. Then we multiply it by 2.5. So we get the answer 24 into 0.5 equals 12. So option B is the correct one.
Well, I admit publicly, Chaman sir, I'm not that good in maths, but yes, this was very easy. This was quite very
It was I think the most low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Like on the just we are just going with the flowing with the questions and all. So I can solve it in like 15 to 20
Yeah,
seconds.
with the looks of it, yes. To all the viewers and aspirants, whoever are watching, guys, if we can solve it live here within few minutes, that is, if you are a
another is
yeah, Chaman sir.
Yeah, another is question 30. One of the most also low hanging fruit.
1330.
No, 30. Please.
3030.
Yeah, this one. You can say. Yeah. So we have to identify the pattern. So some ABC random number figures are given. So we need to count the number of letters. So they are 18 letters. So in such type of questions, what we do is like we divide.
I'll just interrupt you. In this sort of questions, do we try putting the options there, or we try to solve it?
No. Yeah, I'm giving you the approach. So we first count the number of letters.
Okay.
So in this case, the number of letters are 18. So what we can do is we divide it by whole number. So यहाँ पे 9 के भी 2 बन सकते हैं, या 6 के 3 बन सकते हैं.
Right.
Similarly, ठीक है. तो ऐसे उनका हम करेंगे. So in this case, अगर हम इनको 6 में break करें, तो 6 letters, 6 letters, then 6 letters. So we came to like A, double B, triple C. Pattern ये बन रहा है.
Right.
A, double B, triple C. 6 letters complete हो गए.
Right.
तो पहले वाले में आएगा B, A, B, B, C, 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 then ठीक है. तो उस हिसाब से the sequence will be B, C, B, A, C, जो कि ऑप्शन C में है. Okay.
True. So guys, this is what you are seeing live. We are solving the questions for you for CSAT, and as I'm saying you again, you can continue to watch. We are going through some of the more questions. We are going through the
you can go with question number 66.
Sir, please.
Question number 66, if possible.
Question number 66.
66, sir.
Yes.
It is also like very simple A plus B cube formula thing. For example, they said
With that,
64.
Dinesh, sorry to interrupt. Ma'am, the question is for you. What type of paper is this? Is it moderate or tough? When the data is, when the date of the result is declared? Yes, that ma'am will say. Yes, Dinesh sir, please continue.
Yes, sir. Here 64 is written as 343. It means that 64, 4 cube we can write. So 4 plus 3, 7. 7 cube is what 343 is. Similarly, they written as 216 is written as 729. 216 means 6 cube. 6 plus 3, 9. 9 cube is 729. So in the same pattern, they are asking 512. So 512 is 8 cube we can say. So 8 plus 3, 11. 11 cube means 11331. So it is like very simple pattern. Only the thing is you have to know cubes and all. Cubes you have to know.
Thank you, Dinesh sir. So guys, that's what you're seeing live. We are solving CSAT question prelims 2025. It is today on 25th of May, and yes, our aspirants were having few questions. When are the results going to be declared, ma'am? And the paper, according to you, is it moderate or tough, ma'am? Please.
मेरे हिसाब से सीसैट का पेपर बहुत ज्यादा टफ नहीं है. Reasons being, as we can see live, we are able to solve the questions, some of the reasoning questions in a little time, मतलब in a span of 30 seconds to 1 minute. Comprehensions भी उतने बड़े नहीं है, जैसे पिछले साल कई बार हुए थे, उतने बड़े भी नहीं है comprehension. So मेरे हिसाब से the paper is moderate. It is not very tough. Coming to the result, usually UPSC declares the result 15 से 25 दिनों के अंदर, 15 to 20, 25 days, the result usually comes. So you can expect the result within 15 to 20 days. अगर किसी बच्चे ने ठीक से प्रैक्टिस किया सीसैट के लिए, तो उनको ये मैथ पार्ट उतना, बेसिकली सीसैट में क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं. सबसे पहली प्रॉब्लम होती है लेंदी कॉम्प्रिहेंशन, उसको पढ़ना, उसको समझना, आंसर करना, बिकॉज एक कॉम्प्रिहेंशन सॉल्व करने के लिए बहुत ज्यादा समय लगता है. वो एक प्रॉब्लम ये पेपर में उतना ज्यादा नहीं है. दूसरा ये इश्यू रहता है कि मेंटल एबिलिटी, लॉजिकल रीजनिंग के प्रॉब्लम्स ही डिफिकल्ट हो, बहुत ट्रिकी देते हैं, बहुत लेंदी देते हैं. उतना ट्रिकी प्रॉब्लम्स ज्यादा नहीं है, दे आर मॉडरेट. तो ये प्रॉब्लम भी रिजॉल्व हो चुका है. एंड द थर्ड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग है, सीसैट इज अ क्वालिफाइंग पेपर. ऑल सेड एंड डन सिर्फ 66 मार्क्स आना है सीसैट में. तो अगर थोड़ा केयरफुली प्लान करके पेपर को सॉल्व किया जाए, सो qualifying in CSAT would not be very difficult.
Ma'am, but would you like to say something to the aspirants who take CSAT paper lightly and they just think that, 1 week or 15 days before we are going to do it? And before ma'am answers that, Chaman sir and Dinesh sir, we have many of the live audience and they are appreciating and they are wishing that you solve some of more questions live. So we'll expect that at least 1 or 2 questions from both of you. Yes, Deepika ma'am, please.
So basically, as I was saying, paper is not very difficult. The way I was earlier, I was saying, paper is relatively easy. We will try to solve more questions. Chaman, are you ready with anything?
No, ma'am, not yet.
Dinesh sir?
Ma'am, I have a doubt. Like, when can the students start preparing? Can I take a gap of 1 week? They can just relax and they can start for mains?
See, if you are clearing prelims, मेरे हिसाब से तो 1-2 days gap is good enough, but you have to start because you don't have a lot of time for mains. And sorry, Tibari ji, I missed your question earlier on preparation on CSAT. CSAT बहुत सारे बच्चे ये करते हैं कि उनको 15-20 दिनों में they will start. Usually हम लोग क्या करते हैं, we actually to know, for them to understand their level in CSAT, because especially in South India में क्या होता है, बहुत सारे बच्चे मैथ्स में अच्छे रहते हैं. मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर इंजीनियरिंग ग्रेजुएट्स, सो मैथ रीजनिंग पार्ट उनका स्ट्रांग होता है. तो उनको बोलते हैं कि पहले एक पेपर सीसेट का प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर लेके उसको सॉल्व करो, सिट डाउन फॉर दोस 2 hours एंड सॉल्व इट, देखो कैसे परफॉर्म कर रहे हो. तो उसके हिसाब से आप कहाँ पे हो सीसेट पे ये पता चल जाता है. बट irrespective of whether you are good or bad, CSAT has to be practiced at least 1 month before the exam, at least 1.5 hour a day, because CSAT is a practice paper. वो आप 1 साल पहले करके रखोगे भी तो कोई फायदा नहीं होगा। मैथ्स हम लोग हमेशा एग्जाम से पहले ज्यादा करते हैं, तो जितना ज्यादा आप एग्जाम से पहले करते हो उतना अच्छा है। पर उसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि एक हफ्ते पहले शुरू करो, 15 दिन पहले शुरू करो। एटलीस्ट टेक 30 to 40 days before the exam. Start practicing at least 1 or 2 topics a day. Problems on 1 or 2 topics a day will help.
And
Sir,
guys,
can we
don't be
go with
mistaken. This is
77?
ma'am is talking about if you have already have the foundation. If supposingly you're coming from arts background and you are completely unaware of maths topics and reasoning topics, you need to build the foundation also. What ma'am is talking about is 1.5 month is enough for those students who have the foundations already. Yes, Chaman sir.
So we
Sir,
can come to question
Okay,
number 20.
Dennis. Yes, Chaman sir.
Okay, so we can come to question number 20.
20. So guys, we will be available for next 10 minutes and we are solving the live questions for you. As you can see, yes, here it goes, question number 20.
Yeah. So might be looking intimidating, like 1 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 9. So no need to do all this multiplication. Just take 5. So we have a series of odd numbers over here. So we know that when we multiply an odd number by 5, the last digit or the digit at units place is 5. We multiply 5 into 1, 5, 5 into 3, 15, 5 into 5, 25, 5 into 7, 35. So if all the numbers are with 5, so it must end with 5. Because all of these are the odd numbers and their multiplication with 5 will ultimately give a number whose unit place will have 5. So answer C.
Thank you, Chaman sir. Well, that is how basics help you. That is what we were discussing. Basics help you like that. And yes, we also have a question being discussed by Dinesh sir.
So
Guys,
77
slide for
question number.
more 5 minutes. Yes.
77 question number, sir.
Question number 77, please.
77. Yes, sir. Here two values were given. We have to find what is each value. We don't need to find exactly, but we have to show whether which value is greater or lesser. For example, in value 1, minimum value of average of the numbers of the set of any consecutive number. They have taken 11 numbers. That doesn't mention that 0 can be taken or -1, -2 can be taken. We can take those numbers also. If you take that case, they are telling us to take the average of numbers, minimum value of average of all the numbers. I'm taking from -5 to +5. If you do the average, it will be 0, obviously, -5 to +5. So I'm taking 0, but in value 2 or say statement 2, minimum value of the product of the numbers of the set when the consecutive non-zero they are given. So in value 2 statement, they said non-zero, non-negative integers. So it means that in value 1, we can take negative numbers also. Right. In value 2, 0 to say take 10 numbers. So 0 into anything is 0. So in value 2 also we get 0. Value 1 also we get 0. So both should be equal. So C option, value 1 and 2, both are 0. So
well, thank you, Dinesh sir. That is how, guys, you solve the CSAT questions, and you're seeing it live being done by our esteemed educators over here. Yes, Chaman sir or Dinesh sir, do we have any more questions?
Currently, I'm not finding any of the more.
Yes, sir. Now I can find out how much tension they might have done. They might have had in the exam hall. So
okay, yeah.
Making it now also we are having time limit. No, within 1 minute or less than 1 minute, we have to solve these questions.
True,
so we can see how much the student might have been felt that pressure.
So our educators here are feeling like the aspirants in the examination hall, where they have the time limit and within that they have to solve it. But guys, with that also, we are bringing the solutions to you. And yes, all of you, whoever has joined, we are just there for more 5 minutes. And whatever from the very first looks of the paper we have understood, the paper is not that very lengthy when we are talking about the comprehensions. We have seen the comprehensions being solved by Deepika ma'am, and we have also seen the reasoning and maths questions being solved by Chaman sir and Dinesh sir. And guys, if you have not seen those questions, you can obviously replay it and see that. And with that, we are just coming to the end of it. We will have the closing comments, and if we can see any other questions by then, we'll start the yes, Chaman sir.
Like in this paper, like we can see the trend has not deviated from what it is mainstream. So the topics they are getting repeated year after year. We had the family relation question. We have got a direction wala question that the person of the grid, and like if I can see, we even got a calendar question, and the comprehension are also not that much troubling this year, I would say. So in my opinion, an easy to moderate CSAT, and I think most of the students who have worked hard for at least a month on CSAT will not be having any trouble in clearing the 67 mark threshold.
Okay, Deepika ma'am, while we try to solve at least one or two more questions, I'd like to have your closing comments on CSAT paper today, and as well as please also talk about the GS paper 1.
According to me, as Chaman said, most students who have worked on CSAT will be able to clear. तो इसका इफेक्ट जीएस पे क्या पड़ेगा? जीएस पे इसका इफेक्ट ये पड़ेगा कि जीएस का कट ऑफ थोड़ा बढ़ सकता है, because we'll have more people clearing CSAT. CSAT is not that tough this year. So the probability of people who will make it in CSAT will be greater, which means that GS का 2-3 marks से बढ़ भी सकता है. Earlier we had predicted around 92 to 98 could be the cutoff probably. It might go till 100 because the CSAT paper is relatively easy. But for those students who are facing a difficulty in CSAT, who think that they have not done well, उनको क्या करना चाहिए? Please आप 2011 से 2025 तक आपके पास 15 पेपर्स है CSAT के. पहले बैठ के उनको एनालाइज कीजिए, उनमें क्या क्या एरिया से क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं वो समझने की कोशिश कीजिए. उसके बाद स्टार्ट सॉल्विंग. नाउ डोंट कीप CSAT till 1 month or 2 months before the exam if you are not able to clear it now. Please ensure that you practice at least every alternate day or weekly 2 या 3 दिन, आधा घंटा, 45 minutes, 1 घंटा, जैसे भी आप समय निकल पाओ. प्लीज स्टार्ट प्रैक्टिसिंग, बिकॉज CSAT का क्या होता है, अगर हम लोग पेपर मॉडरेट है बोल रहे हैं और किसी का क्लियर नहीं हुआ तो उनका कॉन्फिडेंस भी विल टेक अ बीटिंग, बिकॉज दे फील दैट कि भाई इतना ऐसा पेपर भी मैंने क्लियर नहीं किया. दैट्स ओके, यू कुड नॉट क्लियर, देयर कुड बी वेरियस फैक्टर्स. वो प्रिपरेशन की वजह से हो सकता है, फैटिग की वजह से हो सकता है, or you were not able to perform at that point of time in the exam hall. So please understand where you could have gone wrong, कहाँ पे प्रैक्टिस का डेफिशिएंसी था, आपने सारे टॉपिक्स नहीं कवर किए. ये सारी चीजों को आपको एनालाइज करना पड़ेगा. यू हैव टू कम टू अ कंक्लूजन एज व्हाट कुड हैव बीन द प्रॉब्लम इन योर परफॉर्मेंस. उसके बाद आप प्लीज गो अहेड एंड देन स्टार्ट सॉल्विंग एवरी वीक एटलीस्ट 2 times, so that you know your confidence, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस बन के रहने के लिए और बनाने के लिए प्रैक्टिस बहुत जरूरी है. When you start practicing and when you're able to solve problems, you'll be more confident. So start practicing for CSAT if you're not able to clear, and if you think you have to work on CSAT from now onwards, at least once or twice in a week would be ideal. This would be my suggestion.
Ma'am, we have a live viewer asking for paper difficulty level, and that will be answered by Chaman sir. And we also have a question being discussed by Dinesh sir after that. Yes, Chaman sir.
Okay, so the difficulty level, if on a scale of 1 to 10, if I would to scale this paper, I would say it's more of a 5 or 5.5 paper. And I have a question ready, like we can discuss question number 8.
Okay. We'll go with question number 8. Please, can the slide go to question number 8? And then Dinesh sir, your question?
72.
So,
70.
so this question seems like it has been taken from the calendar topic, but it is not. It is just a simple series of numbers. We see that we are given, we need to find the value of x and y. So what will fill x and y? So January, December, October, x, March, October, y, September. So what they are doing is like they are adding the month. First they added January में 12 months, it became January. Then they added January में 11 months, it became December. Then they add December में 10, they are decreasing 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. They are adding the numbers in a decreasing order. So in after October, if we add 9 in October, See, October is 10th month, and if we add 9, so it becomes 19. 19 is like 19 minus 12 is 7 July. So X is July. Then after we add 8 in it, we get March. We add 7 in it, we get October. In October, we add 6. So we get 10 plus 6 equals 16. 16 minus 12 becomes 4. So 4 month is April. So the correct answer will be option B.
Thank you, Chaman sir, for that answer. Guys, we are solving live questions for you, all of the viewers who are there. We are just there for more 5 minutes. We'll see one question from Dinesh sir, and then I'll show you one question.
Question number
And then we'll
72.
wrap up. Yes, sir. Dinesh sir, which question?
72. A small passage, sir. 72.
72. Please, can we get the slide 72? Yes.
Yes, sir. Though that's a very small passage, yes, it talks about trust and all, trustworthiness. But I don't want to read the whole passage, but the few words were mentioned, sir.
Okay.
Trust is being vulnerable, globalizing behavior, and trustworthiness. If you take option A, sir, it all talks about trust. Trust is itself, trust is optimism, everything, right? But I want to tell you how the options are misleading us.
Okay.
First option directly we can eliminate, sir, by reading the passage.
Can we get the options, please, in the slide? Options.
72 options.
Yes.
First option is directly eliminated. Trustworthiness cannot be expected from the entrepreneurship because in paragraph it says that entrepreneurship means trust. Direct question. First option.
True,
but
sir.
in second option, they said about vulnerability is discussed and trustworthiness is discussed simultaneously in two different statements. But the option says that trustworthy people are most vulnerable people. This particular statement conclusion we should not make conclusion, sir. Two statements were there, but
True.
conclusion we should not make.
True.
And option C, no economic activity is possible without being exposed to betrayal. Yes, trust has betrayal and it is essential functioning. It was clearly mentioned in the passage. But if you see option D, trust is important, though it has risk. Yes, sir. Throughout the passage, if you read, D option will also be correct. But D option is very vague statement, very open-ended statement. C and D both are correct. But C is specifically there in the passage. D can be inferred from the passage. In that case, I felt C should be going rather than D, than a very open-ended option.
Thank you, Dinesh sir. Solving a comprehension question live takes a lot of effort. I understand that. With that, I'll give you a small disclaimer to all the aspirants. Guys, UPSC has its own way. Okay. So we are trying to give you 90% correct answer, but there can be mistakes. Okay. So there can be misleading, but yes, we have had a good time explaining all the questions related to CSAT, that what we have seen. And you have seen, guys, our esteemed faculties over here, they tried to explain most of the questions from comprehensions, maths and reasoning. Before we go, I'll just like to, okay, I just wanted to show if the sharing can be allowed. Okay, none, that doesn't matter. Guys, we are coming to the end of it. I don't know. Actually, I saw a question, but I don't know the question number. So basically, we will just wrap it up. Dinesh sir, your closing comments.
Sir, without pressure, if you can do it within 2 hours, time is highly sufficient. But it's not like last year paper. So last year paper, it was most confusing. Paragraphs were almost more than half of the page paragraphs were there. This time, that much lengthy paragraphs were not there. And it's only a twist of options. And yes, you have to choose the difficulty in 2 options because majority of the comprehensions have 2 options. So how to choose? Yes, your instinct only should tell us, neither me nor anyone, not even UPSC in exam. So your instinct only you have to follow in that type of statements. But obviously UPSC answers do prevail than any of these comprehensions. So don't get disheartened saying that if you just compare the comprehensions, that might be wrong. Any institute you take in India, comprehensions, 50-50 chances will be there. So just rely on UPSC key. Of course, you have to wait for that. So yes, don't discourage and start preparing from the day 2 or day 3. Take 1 day break and go with that.
That's a balanced answer what Dinesh sir has given over here. Yes, Chaman sir, before we wrap up, Deepika ma'am, I'll throw a last question to you after Chaman sir ends. And that will be, ma'am, how do you sum up the day for the aspirants for paper 1 and paper 2 both? Okay. Yes, Chaman sir, your closing comments on CSAT paper and anything else if you'd like to join in crisp, in brief.
Okay, so like I think UPSC has listened to the aspirants, the plea of aspirants and other and they have notched our level down a bit. That we have to just agree. Comprehension, Dinesh has already talked about. So I'll be focusing more on maths and reasoning. So see what happens in maths and reasoning is like you see, either you get no answer or you get a correct answer.
True.
That's a simple way. Yeah.
At least in comparison to comprehension.
Yeah, it's not that much subjective or vagueness is not there.
True.
So what a student might do, like if a student can solve 30 questions of maths and reasoning in this paper, and it's a decent amount of it's not, I'm not asking that much, like 30 questions of maths and with a very good accuracy, an accuracy of around 90%. So he or she will get the question correct. So if they are 26 or 27, they are getting correct answers. And out of the comprehension, they do 10 or 12 comprehensions and they get 5 or 6 of them correct. Then the cutoff of 67, it gets cleared so easily. So I don't think we need to make a big fuss about this thing. Like CSAT this year was very much doable than that we have seen in 2023 and 2024 as well. So 2025 UPSC has stepped down the ante.
Well, that is what you heard from Chaman sir. And now we have come to the end of it. And obviously, before we end it, let's hear it from our founder and also our mentor, respected Deepika ma'am, what you have to say about the full day and how was it?
For us, undoubtedly, it was very hectic, Tiwari ji. But anyways, for the students who have appeared, I think 2025, I should say they should end on a positive note because both the papers were not very difficult. Paper 1 was more than moderate, but not extremely difficult. Paper 2 is basically moderate, given its length and all. So cutoff might go up a little. GS का 100 तक जा सकता है because we are expecting more people to clear CSAT this time. Having said this, after you come out, I'm sure most of you must be getting back home on your way back home. Please cool down. Don't jump on to conclusions on what you're going to get out of the paper. It is too early. I know you'll be very, very anxious to check your keys and to decide whether you're clearing it or not. But it is too early. Just go back, take some time. Then you sit down and check the keys that are being given. Ideally, you have to come to a conclusion on your performance tomorrow, not today. So you take time and see whether you are clearing it or not. If you're clearing it, just take a break. At least 90 plus if you're getting in GS and you're clearing CSAT, go ahead. Take a break for a day, start your preparation for mains. If you're not clearing, I know it is very difficult for you to, understand what is happening, but objectively आपको देखना पड़ेगा कि कहाँ पे गलती हो रही है. Where are you going wrong? There are many facets in it. We will actually do a session again, a live probably, on how to handle the failure to help those students who may not be able to make it this year. So I felt that would be good because that will really help them to understand and assess their preparation. Preparation and also their attitude towards the exam, because दोनों बहुत जरूरी है सक्सेस के लिए. ये दोनों को हम लोग फोकस करके और एक लाइव करेंगे इसके बारे में. But otherwise, the day should end on a positive note according to me.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you to all of you and to the aspirants. Guys, subscribe. We are going to give the detailed analysis of paper 1 and also of CSAT paper. So for that, you need to join in. And so please subscribe. And to the aspirants whose exam did not go that well, guys, हारा वही है जो लड़ा नहीं. तो लड़ते रहिए और मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में. Thank you so much. Thanks to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you all.